my brain has to have that type of type of toilet paper. Hey everyone, it's Olivia and welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for tuning back in. If you're new here, thanks so much for stopping by. If you don't know me, my name is Olivia. I'm autistic, and here at my YouTube channel, I try to make videos bringing awareness to females and adults specifically on the autism spectrum. If this kind of content and these topics of videos sound interesting to you, I would super appreciate a like and subscribe below. So this week's topic, I thought I would do it on something that I've been wanting to do and I just haven't done it yet. And it's talking about how when companies discontinue products, it can really hurt the autistic community and autistic people. Now, before I go any further, I just want to put like a PSA on this, that this will probably sound dramatic to people who don't understand autism and how our brains work. So if you're gonna write some dumb comment about how, oh, you're just spoiled and entitled and a big pain in the butt, don't, because I'm just gonna delete it and block it. Okay, so don't even try, because we cannot help it. I don't know how many autistic people and how many times we have to say that we cannot help these things that I'm going to talk about. So keep that in mind, because trust me, if I could help it, I would, and I wouldn't do these things, but I have no control over them. Zero, none, zilch, zero control. Okay, it's not that we're being pains, it's not that we're being entitled or spoiled or whatever, it is how our brain is wired. So please keep that in mind if you're an uneducated moron who's about to watch this video. Most autistic people really struggle with change. Change is something that I have never been good at in my whole entire life. From the biggest things to the smallest things. I know I've said in many videos that a classic example of my teacher changing our seat assignments in second grade and me having a meltdown because I couldn't handle what other kids thought as a fun change. And change is just really hard on us. We're very inflexible people. Our brains are very inflexible. They don't handle change well. So when companies change their products, whatever it may be, this can be really hard on us and can have a very negative impact on sometimes even our daily lives. It can be very hard for us to find things we like, whether it's scents of shampoo or textures and tastes of foods or textures of clothes, whatever it may be. It can be really hard for us to find something we like, and this is due to our sensory issues. We have really heightened senses and we're very sensitive to senses that we don't like. Our bodies can process them and get overwhelmed. Our brains can get overwhelmed, and it can cause us to have meltdowns and shutdowns and just really bad days. And so when products that we have found that we liked, which is already a challenge, especially for more severely autistic people who are even more highly sensitive than me, when we find something that we like, if that is suddenly no longer available, it is a huge shock, not only with the change factor, but then we're forced to use something that maybe smells in a way that we can't handle, and we have meltdowns. So for some examples, I'm talking about like soaps, and that's everything from shampoo, conditioner, body wash, hand soap, dish soap, detergents, laundry fabric softeners, all that kind of stuff. Because we have such heightened senses of smells, the smells and scents of those products can really affect us. Now, they can either affect us in a good way, or like, wow, this smells nice, or it can affect us in a very bad way where I can't handle the smell and I have a meltdown. And so I have certain products that I like, that I need to use, because I have found that I can handle those scents. And then when companies come along and suddenly discontinue whatever scent that I like, it can cause like I was saying, a big problem, because all of a sudden I don't have this familiar thing. I'm gonna have to be forced to change, and it could be a scent that I don't like and causes me to have sensory overload. So it can be a really big thing. Now, again, I know that sounds dramatic to somebody who doesn't understand, but I do not have control over that. Trust me, if I could, I would not care what scents things were, and I would just go along with it. But scents can cause such a crazy reaction to me. Like, it's so overwhelming to smell certain scents that I just like can't think clearly anymore. Other things that we can get familiar with and need are certain types of foods. So when a grocery store discontinues your favorite type of cereal, and maybe the only type of cereal your child will eat, again, that causes a really big issue, because now maybe your child isn't eating, or you're not eating, and you can't handle the change and the different texture and taste of a new cereal. This can be on menus in restaurants. I know I used to love certain things on certain menus at restaurants, and it was the only thing, because normally I can only find like one thing, if I'm lucky, on a menu that I like and can handle. And if that suddenly is no longer available, then I will no longer go to that restaurant, because I just can't handle whatever new food items they have on the menu. I forget when this was, maybe a year or so ago, there was a autistic child who, I forget exactly what food product it was that they loved, and it's like all they would eat. I feel like it was like maybe like waffles, like waffle mix or something, and the company discontinued it, and the mom reached out to the company, and they were nice enough to give her the recipe so that her child could continue eating. But not all companies are going to do that, and like, you can't make at home laundry detergent. So if your laundry detergent smell changes, like, you can't call up Tide and be like, hey, can I get that recipe for that old detergent that you discontinued, which was the only scent that I could handle? That's not gonna happen. Another example for me is I'm super particular about the toilet paper that I use. There is one type of toilet paper that I like the feel of it, the thickness of it. And again, like, don't ask me why, that's just how my brain is. And the other day I was out and I went to the grocery store, first grocery store, well, it was Target. Target didn't have it at all, even though I've bought it there many times. They didn't have it at all. So then I'm panicking slightly. So then I go to a grocery store and they do have it, but was $35. I paid $35 for toilet paper. It was a decent size thing, but like, it used to be $10. I paid $35 because my brain has to have that type of tissue, type of toilet paper. So that's another thing. If prices go up for a certain brand or flavor, scent that you like of a certain product, you still have to, you're gonna have to pay those higher prices, because your brain can't pay for a cheaper price. Again, I know this sounds dramatic. I know it sounds like I'm being a pain and just a brat and but that's not it. It's, if I got another toilet paper, I'd be having meltdowns and crying on the toilet because I couldn't handle the texture of the toilet paper. Nobody does that on purpose. Nobody would do that on purpose. I have zero control. Now, I know when companies discontinue products, it's usually because, you know, the sales aren't there. Well, I hope it's that, and they're not just like doing it willy-nilly. But it seems like always my favorite products get discontinued. I don't know if that's your guys' experience, but I swear every time I find something I like, it's discontinued in a matter of months. But anyways, as you know, I ran a small business, and I know that if a product isn't selling, it's not worth your time and your money to make the product. So I understand why businesses do that, because at the end of the day, they're a business and they need to make money. But it is just so hard for the autistic person and our artistic brains to handle when things change like that. So I can't like be like, stores like or businesses, you can't discontinue any products like that. You can't say that. But maybe what they could do is, if they're going to discontinue a product, make an announcement that they're going to discontinue the product so that we can stock up on a crap ton of said product, and then we'll be able to have, you know, months supplies worth, and then take some time to be able to smell the other scents of shampoo or whatever and make a change, and hopefully find one that is going to be compatible with our autistic brain. Okay, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. I'd love to know if a favorite product of yours has been discontinued and it's caused you a lot of stress and anxiety. I hope you guys have a great week ahead. God bless, and I will talk to you soon.